Hi, everybody. Myself and Gloria Rice, we are coming on live and we're going to be talking about how you can connect with your higher self, what that feels like, where does it come in, what is it saying, all those good things. And can anybody do it? Can anybody just connect with their higher self? So it's going to be really exciting for me to hear Gloria's feedback on how one connects with their higher self. Good evening, everybody. It has been pouring rain all day long here, and so I'm. It's nice to be able to chat with everybody. At the very end, we're going to be taking everybody's questions, and basically put, we are going to be funneling in the answers, if you want to call it like that, funneling, channeling um, the answers for everybody. Hi, hi, Darlene. And there's Twila and Renee. And there's Liz and Isabella all the way from Calgary. Hi, Robin. So I'm just going to see where Gloria is. Okay. She's not here yet. Just give me a moment because she's private messaging me. Okay. I'm telling her, I'm over here. Come over here. Come and join me. So, just going to see here. Hi, Ashley. So, yeah, tonight we're really going to delve into, we always talk about what it's like to chat with the angels or the archangels or the ascended masters, but we don't often talk about what it's like to chat with your higher self. What does that feel like? Um, is the entirety of your soul and your higher self encompassed in your vessel? Is it? So I'm just going to have a look here. Okay. Okay. I love it. In the very beginning, okay. We're going back and forth. We're going to figure it out. In the beginning, okay, that's so odd. Okay, that's odd. There she is. Okay, so I've just sent Gloria an invite, and so all you have to do there, Gloria, is accept it, and hopefully it works. Technology, am I right? Oh, yeah. Thanks for your guys' patience. Um, yeah, that's a great question. Does your higher self have a different name? Isn't that isn't that something? So I'm going to be talking about that because I remember when I got going on my feet, channeling. I thought it'd be interesting to connect with my higher self, and that was a different experience. And I can't wait to share that with each of you. And okay. Okay. Technology. The channeling part's the easy part. The technology part is not as easy for some. And also, they change it quite a bit, and you got to run along with it. You got to keep up when it races ahead. Okay. There she is. I'm going to bring you on camera now, Gloria. Here. There she is. Good evening.
And look, I'm
So,
straight up.
how are
It's
you
not
doing?
good. How are you? Yeah.
Yeah. Woo!
you're looking all smart and professional, and I'm doing a Tolkien kind of night.
Oh, really?
I glow in the
No
dark.
worries.
Does anybody know the answer in entering the mountain where the dwarves reside, or used to reside, we should say? What is the Elvish name for friend? We'll
Oh,
see if you know.
Elvish name for friend.
It's a fruit we like to eat. That's the way it sounds, anyways. My goofy nerdy
Huh.
side. All right, so
I
I
don't
love
know.
it. It is melon.
Ah.
So if you watch the movie, you'll see that. And I saw this shirt, and it was like glow in the dark shirt. I'm in. Sign me up. Oh, my goofy side. So we're talking about tonight what it's like to connect with your higher self. Does your higher self have a different name? What does it feel like when your higher self comes in? Is the entirety of your higher self in this vessel, or is it just a smaller percentage of your higher self within this vessel? So there's a lot of questions that we're delving into. And
Yeah.
so I'd love to hear your perspective. Like, sure, okay, we've moved along and we've channeled and we've spoken with the angels and the archangels and the ascended masters. And what about our super conscious state of mind, our higher self, our soul, the entirety of who we are? Have you ever gotten curious about that? Because I know I sure have. And when I started asking questions, I started getting answers. So I'm curious to know what what you've experienced. I'm super excited because we've never even talked about this.
I know. I was first introduced to my higher self through a reading with you in January this year.
Yep.
And just recently I started calling on my higher self. I believe my guardian angels was encouraging me to call on him because I found out my higher self's name, and it's just been phenomenal just calling on my higher self and realizing that that's another piece, another tool that I can use to get into alignment.
And it's don't you find that when you're connecting in with your higher self, it's a familiar feeling, obviously, because we are connected. It's not like you're connecting with an outside energy that is separate or a different frequency from, rather your higher self is that same frequency that you're very familiar with.
Yes, that's the
Totally
difference. With your guardian angels and the other angels, those are assists outside you, but your higher self is you. It's that non-physical part of you that came to this planet, to this earth plane to experience, but we're still connected to source. And that's the difference, because I noticed my confidence just skyrocketed when I connected with my higher self. I had a better sense of what my purpose was because I'm connected that way, and we're still connected. And I just started getting glimpses of, and that may not be the experience for everyone, but glimpses of some things in the future that I'll be doing. Those are type of things that, it's a different experience with your higher self.
It's like impressions or flashes, or you're drawn in certain direction. Sometimes I get flooded with a lot of like just incredible high vibrational frequency, but it feels like my energy flooding through my body, but it's not coming from within here. It's coming from, for me, it's always above me.
Yes.
And it's flooding in down through me, usually through my crown chakra. And what are some of the ways in which you recognize when your higher self is coming close and really building up its energy and wants to communicate with you? Like, what do you feel? What are some of the impressions that you have?
I definitely feel it in my crown chakra. And you mentioned, I don't know, maybe videos back about like a highway type thing
Yeah.
in your head. And
Yeah.
I experienced that with my higher self, that pouring in. But it feels to me like this, it's a continual, like a conversation. It's sort of like a frequency that is just flooded from my head down.
Yeah.
Rather
Always from
than where like Jesus will come in from my back or my guardian angels are on my side. It's always through my head, through my crown.
Me too. Me too. Always through my head. Do you feel like warmth or sometimes tingling? I get warmth. I just get, and when something is like really important that needs to be said, my higher self will come through in just like a floodgate, like coming through really quite strongly and encompass all around me even.
Yeah, it for me, it doesn't feel like a collie kind of warmth, not a heat, but just an enveloping kind of warmth all over my body, but mainly through my higher self. It's I'm asking, I'm asking to try to explain it in a way, in words, how it comes in, because it's more of a knowing things that you just know.
It's very familiar.
Because this issue, yeah. The one thing I do notice too is the messages. What I feel is a uniqueness. And when you connect with your higher self, you realize that you have a uniqueness that is different from everyone else, but totally complementary because we are all from source.
Yeah.
But I thought that was so interesting that they have me kind of like blinders. Okay, just go ahead and focus on what we're giving you, on what he's giving me. I feel like it's not male or female, and that's the other thing too. But it just, minds feel very, I guess it feels masculine because it doesn't feel soft. Mine doesn't.
Isn't that interesting? So that's another thing that I'd love to discuss, which is because I have channeled probably 15 different people's higher selves. When they ask, I will channel this. But it's not usually something that somebody asks, so I don't do it that often. But I'll have, say a female in front of me, but I'm receiving the information more masculine sounding, or vice versa, or the same. And the higher self will even tell me in that moment, please do not relay that you're hearing more of a masculine feeling and sound, because it doesn't matter. And I ask, why is that? Why are you coming through in this way? And predominantly what it is the individual has had many incarnations in this sex. So the higher self is just taking that on as it comes through. But it can change if I said, hey, can we go more neutral? If I asked that, it would. And so sex just doesn't really matter.
No.
It doesn't matter at all. It's really interesting. I get a lot of pressure on the top of my head. That will be the first cue. I get a washing over. And so when you're channeling your higher self, have you asked if the entirety of your higher self is housed within this vessel, or a certain percentage, i.e. a fractal?
Yes. Yeah, and the answer I got was it's a fractal. It's a part of me that is here. The bigger part of, the larger part of us is still non-physical with source. And it's interesting, when you and Ashley yesterday were talking about the guardian angels, I think you mentioned something that my higher self had said, and that is they are so we're so very important to them,
So
to this experience. Yeah.
like
and they're told that,
yeah,
yes,
we're the
very
only
important.
thing that is important in their
Hmm.
eyes. Is that major? They've told me
Yeah.
that many.
Yeah, because our experience here on earth is actually expanding the greater consciousness. And so, yeah.
Isn't that just a beautiful, wonderful thing to think? So if you ever get wrapped up in this earthly experience and have those moments where it's woe is me and this, that, and the other, always remember that you being here is a really big deal, and it's connected
Really big
in with
deal.
everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think personally it takes a very strong energy, a very strong soul to come here to have, I guess you could say, incarnations or experiences here. And so, isn't that just fascinating, isn't it? So, I asked once, I said, why is it that the entirety of my soul couldn't be here, housed in here? And they said, because your vessel wouldn't be able to handle it. It would
Mm.
not make it, just it couldn't handle that amount of energy. So isn't that fascinating? Now,
It
and
is.
I've been told that we have all of our lifetimes in flux happening at the same time. There is no linear time, and your higher self is in all of these bodies, if you want to call vessels or seeming experience, temporary, all at the same time, learning and growing and expanding. And that's really like the broader perspective when the angels tell me this lifetime is like it's like a little blip on the radar of the eternalness of your soul. Isn't that
Yes.
magnificent to think about?
It is. It is. It
It's
is.
amazing.
And one of the things, and my higher self, the name is Bruxwaite.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things
Now,
that I was told is it's important that everyone connects with their higher self, especially coming up, because at some point here on Earth, here on this planet, in this life experience, it was necessary that people went to gurus to connect. But we've passed that, and even more so, it's important that you connect with your own, with your inner guru. The mediums, the religious leaders, they're not here to handhold you through it, but to help you to connect to your own inner being or your own higher self. That's the primary focus. So if you feel a need to kind of hold on to someone or to some ideology, you're going to feel it a little bit more difficult than if you connect with your inner being, so that you can connect to your true self and your true mission here.
I like to think about it as rather going to someone, if you're seeing enabling, rather someone that will help you in being empowering.
Yes. Yes.
I love that. Oh, I
Yeah.
just love it. Now,
yeah. So
I know. Yeah, go ahead.
no.
I know that there's kind of a delay between us, so it's kind of like we're dancing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know, just a little bit. It's okay. You know, the name of the higher self that I have been given is Remembrance. And then I'm like, well, what does that mean? You know, like, what does that mean to me? Oh, yeah, okay, remembrance. At first, I thought they were saying remembrance. I'm like, that seems a bit weird. You mean like November 11th? And they say, no, remembrance. And I'm like, okay. So then they start to list off the purpose, the definition of your higher self's name and behind that. So when I
Yes.
have channeled different people's higher else, I see different things, like a different purpose. So with myself, and I think you'll remember what I channeled for you, because you know I won't.
Yes.
Is for myself, it is me running with a staff in the dark with a bright light on top, and I'm waving, and I'm the way shower, showing others the way into the light. So I can't quite recall what yours was. I'd love to hear it again, though.
Well, it's
Do you
the name of
remember?
my Facebook group. I'm a bringer of love and light. Bringer of the light.
Love it. I love it because it's the truth.
I remember you
How
telling me
true
that. Yeah, I love
is.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So your higher self has a purpose here. It's like a mission, if you want to say. For some of us, it
Yeah.
might be, just connecting with your loved ones and being a great neighbor. And that is equally as important as anything else. And then, of course, for some of us, it is some bigger shoes to fill, depending on how brave we are to step
Right.
forward. And but in truth, like the angels always say, there really in truth is nothing to fear.
Nothing.
And they don't fear anything.
No.
Literally, they don't have any vibration whatsoever in any capacity for anything lower vibrational or fear or anything lower.
Yeah, I'm glad you
love
brought
it.
that up, because our higher self, when you connect with them and you connect with who you are, it's minus the fears and the programmings that we, indoctrinated while here in the third dimension. So it's, if you can imagine, even if you haven't connected to your higher self, it's who you are minus all those things, void of all those things.
Today, my higher self was pulling through me with a message, and it was with such love. And it was a strong message, and it was just like it was coming in stronger and stronger, and it was starting to make me tear up and cry, and it was so immense. So when there's something really important that needs to be said, then the higher self will come through and say it and bring that punch in behind it. So
my guardian
what moments? Yeah, go ahead.
my
Yeah, go ahead.
giving me information on what to do, but I was a little confused about it, and so I guess that's why they encouraged me to call on my higher self, and then things became really crystal clear. So my guardian angel is the encourager, is the internal work type thing. It fuels whatever I have to do, and then my guardian angels are the ones who say, who are more specific. Okay, so then do this, do this, do that. My higher self is giving me the vision, I guess, or the bigger picture, the broader picture,
The bigger
of
picture.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
110%. And every time I channel other people's higher selves, the main message that I always receive, and it's always from this loving, high vibrational perspective where there is nothing lower in vibration. And no matter what's going on in that person's life and how difficult it may seem, no matter how difficult it is for that person on earth, the main thing I hear is that the higher self is enjoying the experience and learning a lot.
Yes. Isn't that incredible that they're actually learning and that they're expanding because of our experience?
Yep. It's just jaw dropping. And so
it is.
it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? And how much they really cherish this experience through us. We say it like it's separate, but it's always funneling through us. Every cell, every bit of your being is connected with this high vibrational frequency.
Yes.
So what are some of the messages, that your higher self comes through? Like, does it come through quite often, or just once in a while, or when you call on it, of course?
I've been calling on it every day, a lot of times during the day,
Like,
because I just love that connection.
yeah,
So, and mainly,
I love it.
and mainly I always have questions that, because they love for us to, present the questions, so that they can help us with the answers. And so just anything day to day, I tend to call on my team stuff, just not anything, like world peace or anything, just, help me make it through the day kind of thing. And they
Or
give
like
me
inner
always
peace.
a broader picture. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So relationships, they help me with relationships. Um, I'm glad you brought that up, because when it comes to relationships, I did ask, can I talk with other human higher selves, or can I speak with maybe my loved one's higher self, my daughter's higher self? And I got this vision that there were, a lot of higher selves, different higher selves in the same area. And, my higher self said, yes, I just need to get permission. And so, we asked for permission, and the reason that I wanted to connect is just to see how we can improve our relationship. So they approved that.
Oh, I love.
But yeah, you can actually ask, just like you were saying with Ashley, with the guardian angels. You can ask to connect with another person's higher self. You can ask through your higher self to be connected. Um, so yeah,
Isn't that
that's
just
that's
interesting?
interesting.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just amazing. So I thought maybe what we would do is, yes, okay. Well, I thought we'd start in on some questions.
Okay.
Ursula is asking, so do we really have past lives, or is it just other fractals of the higher self that is having a parallel life? Yes. In truth, there is no past or future. It's all happening at once. But I suppose with us living in a linear time frame, it's easier for us to say we think is past or future.
Right.
And isn't that the cool thing to think of? A whole bunch of fractals, a part of the whole,
Yeah.
all learning and growing and expanding. Often
And
I've
it, and
heard
it
from
might it might be
source that, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it's happening simultaneously. It might be a little bit hard to wrap your mind around that happening, but it is happening simultaneously in different dimensions.
Yeah. And the thing I've heard from Source or God, Universal Oneness, whatever anyone wants to label that as, is that we are at the forefront. We are at the edge creating. Okay. So we're not back here in Cushyville where it's nice and high vibrational, closer to the high vibration, high connecting with the high center of it all. Or if you want to call it the Godhead, we are creating. We are on the outer rim, exploring, creating, and growing individually. And we're in these vessels growing and expanding. So we are charging ahead on the outer edge. And I mean, when I heard that, I thought how true those words feel to me, because um, when we come into this life experience, we don't remember what lifetimes we've had in the past. We don't recall. Um, we are learning and growing on the fly. Sometimes we feel like we're pinched off from something bigger or higher, or not higher, but bigger or more expansive than ourselves, or the high vibrational frequency that's all around. But soon we are all going to connect back in
Mm-hmm.
and raise in vibrational frequency. But it's really amazing to me that what I saw was this emanating brilliant white light, and all of us branching out of it, growing and expanding in all of these lifetimes on the outer edge. So we're really quite honored for what we're doing here on earth. We're really honored for what in these lifetimes.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to continue to want and ask questions and expand. This is what we're here for.
So do you want to take this question from Isabella? She is doing a lot of inner work, meditating. She's just taken to become a Reiki master, learning to sense energies. But she's she would like to know how to connect with her higher self more directly. And how does she move past any like fears that she's having at this time? Let's see if what we can get with that.
Yeah, when you connect with your higher self, all the fears will drop away. You won't have to work at doing that.
And you know, you can also ask your higher self to come in and help to what is the wording? If one were to ask to have their higher self and come in and help with fears, wash them away. Now, it's also up to us and our free will. So if we are doing activities that lower our vibrational frequency, or we're going along with low vibrational thoughts repeatedly, we can tank ourselves again, but we can come back and ask ourselves, our higher selves, to help us again. But so it's always about coming into alignment, isn't it?
Yes.
In the moment. So don't be thinking about the future or worrying about what has transpired in the past. Do your best to stay present in the moment, because this is I call this the sweet spot. It's very peaceful, and there are no fears or worries or concerns, less so. And the ego loves to run amok in the future. It loves to run amok in the past. So just recognize what that is. And then I love to hand it all off to my team. Some things I feel like we need help with. We need backup. So you can ask your higher self for help. Help me with these fears, with these worries. Help me have the courage. Help me have the strength to step forward and do this. Meaning do this life, meaning do things in this life that you'd like to accomplish. I just get clapping. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, except that my main thing was they're waiting for you to ask, to have that conversation. Just ask, and but like you said,
it all comes down to asking.
But like you said, it's a huge thing. You have to quiet your mind. You have to find a way to quiet your mind, even for just a little bit, so that you can hear, because they're always transmuting answers to. You may not be in a position to receive it, to hear it.
Constant.
They very much want to.
Sometimes, I mean, sometimes I'm like, can I just get a little break? But then again, you know, I do have moments where there's, you know, just quiet. But I have to be quiet in order to be the receiver. Yes. Okay. Robin, what is the most important message that my higher self has for me? You want to see if you pick? Well, let's see what we get. You go ahead and say what you get, Gloria, if you get something before me.
Okay.
Different frequency coming in on my left. So I'm going to go ahead here. I wish for her to know that I am right here. Speak with me often, or as often as you choose. Wow, this was relayed without words. There are so many lifetimes that you've had, Robin. This is one of many. So try your best, please, to not get wrapped up and centrally focused on the seeming, okay, or the temporary issues, problems throughout this lifetime. See this life from a broader perspective. And if you so choose, I will assist you in releasing the doubts, fears, the heaviness. Your higher says, I see the bright light that shines within you. And I see this brilliant white light in the center of you, Robin. I will help to make this light brighter and emanate it out from the core of your being, so should you choose. And now your higher self is smiling like and kind of laughing with such joy at being able to do this within you. Okay, it's up now, you, Gloria. Gloria, if you get no pressure.
No, I first heard or saw a lighted path for Robin, and your higher self is so loving towards you. They just said, you know, I will hold your hand, just take one step and you'll see the path lighting up, sort of like pebbles or stone type thing. I'll show you how to take a step and it'll light up, and then another step and it'll light up, but your path is there. Don't look to the sides too often. We know it, you know. Yes, to be centrally focused, because your path, it was like a golden path this way.
That's excellent.
Your higher self will help you walk that path. And it's such a joyous path. It's such a loving path. But don't look too much to the side to get distracted by shiny things.
Yeah, low vibrational people, low vibrational thoughts, low vibrational things happening in your life. It's all temporary. Let it wash by. Just let it wash by. Whenever I see that often in readings with the golden path. I'll see this golden path and they show this is what's coming before you. That's good, Robin. Really good. All right. Ooh, Bonnie, great question. Can we call on our other lives, so I'm assuming our other fractals, to communicate with us? Yes. I'm getting a yes. I've seen it only a few times in my lifetime where the fractal from another lifetime will come through to speak with the individual. So the energy is in both. Also, my spirit guide, Adrian, is also in a Pleiadian energy assisting me. So I've got this Pleiadian energy assisting me with ascension, and I also have Adrian, who's my spirit guide in spirit in my soul group.
For me, my higher self felt that it's beneficial that I do connect with some of my other past lives, if you want to call it, or just simultaneous lives, because I realized I had some gifts that I had kind of remembered when I was very young, but they were saying that it's coming through my past lives. So yeah, when they see it necessary that it'll benefit you in your path during this lifetime, you definitely can do that. My higher self is also like a gatekeeper when it comes to different frequencies coming in.
Big time. Big time. I love that, Hallie. I have thought about creating my own oracle cards. I haven't thought about creating tarot cards, but I have with oracle, and that may be something that I bring down the line. I would love that. Oh, the light I would infuse in those cards, and would they always, come from me? No, it would be like everybody else that would love to come in. Every angel card that has ever been created by anyone, light of those angels and those archangels in those cards. So always remember that those cards are never created solely by the person creating them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. I love that, Ursula. So we're going to try to take some broader questions if possible. Before I get lower down to get those questions, does Nancy's higher self have a message for her? Wow. It comes in immediately. Is a different energy, a different pressure, and it comes in real quick. The last one came in here. Yours is coming in here. But I'm going to let Gloria take that one.
I see I won't, it feels like an explosion of higher knowledge, higher knowledge. You have access to that, Nancy. Just plug into that. They're waiting, if you want to call it waiting. They really want to have that connection with you. Really anxious to have that connection with you.
I'm just getting it flowing in here. Okay, so there will be a time when much more of this will make sense to you, Nancy. You will become more involved. You will open further. I am currently assisting this process of opening and expansion, opening and expanding you further, along with your team, our team of angels. And there's other beings as well helping with this expansion that are with you. There's some ET energy from some of your other lifetimes. I'm getting Pleiadian, Blue Avian, and I'm getting clapping. You are a godsend to this earth. Never forget these words. Sorry. That's what happens when you channel your higher self. You get that incredible love for you, Nancy. Never forget that you are a godsend to this planet and the inhabitants here just by being here. The light that shines out from you is immense, even on the darkest of days. Even on the darkest of days, even if you think that you're having a hard time in life, you're still shining brightly. Okay. All right, let's move it along here before Kristin has a meltdown. Ask that energy, Isabella, is this my higher self or is it my angel? Let them put that word in your head. Or you can say, is this my angel? Feel it in your vessel. Yes. Even if your chest is relaxed, that's a yes. And if you get this, that's a no. So what is it, Isabella? What is it? Who is it? Who's knocking at the door? Liz says, have I been communicating with my higher self through writing? You want to take that one?
I know I have. Yes, you have, Liz.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways. Yep.
Not just writing. Other creative activities that you've been participating in. Yes. Your higher self just said, Liz, you will get there. You will get there. Don't ever think that you won't. You will.
And spend more time writing. They love to communicate with you through that modality.
That is awesome. And where are we getting? Like, where are we going? We don't have to analyze where we're going. Just know that you're going to get there. That's all that matters. They'll guide you along the way. Sometimes we have to overanalyze it. Where are we going and what are we going to accomplish and this and that. Just relax and let them guide you.
Oh yeah, we also, I mean, we're here to enjoy this experience too. It's not just, it's supposed to be work. We're supposed to be on this mission. We definitely, number one is to enjoy this experience. And the more we enjoy, the more relaxed we are and the more receptive we are to more guidance. Definitely seek more joy in your day, more fun, more relaxation.
And the more that you're emanating that frequency of rest, relaxation, and enjoyment, the more you're going to bring in that frequency into your reality, and the more you're going to enjoy your life. It's just one big circle of awesomeness. Okay, so Faye is asking if her higher self has a question, has any guidance. And I'm going to take the next question from Kimberly. So does Faye's higher self, yes.
I'm getting to take advantage of all of the help that's available to you, Faye. You have so many. You have elementals around you. You have, your guardian angels, your higher self. Just a lot of help. Plug into them. Find a way to plug into them, and you can start by just asking and just being quiet and listening to answers. But you have phenomenal help available to you, as we all do, but you just have some untapped energies that are waiting and willing to rush in to your experience.
I think the key is asking what you want and putting it out there. As we are in a free will zone, it's really important to ask. With Kimberly, boy, it's that signature energy, Kimberly. Here it comes. If my eyes look like they're glossed over and blissed out, there's a reason for that, because your higher self is coming in right in behind me. And it's very strong. Oh boy. Okay.
So much love, so much love.
Your higher self wants to direct you how to shift yourself. Kimberly, shift yourself. Okay, ready. It's all in your head. It's in your mind, and it's like a cycle. Your higher self wants to remind you that you can shift your attention and your focus off this cycled pattern of a thought pattern, even belief systems, anytime you wish. And your higher self would like to assist you in doing this. It's not been easy here. It's been a huge transition for you to come here to Earth. Remember that what you have accomplished or what you have participated in here on Earth is what your higher self and many others would deem as being monumental.
And it's important to remember this. It's important to take it easy, to sit back, to not feel more rest, more relaxation, taking good care of yourself. When you take a square peg and you're trying to put it into a round hole, your higher self is kind of chuckling. That's what it's been like energetically or frequency wise with you incarnating here on earth. But you're doing magnificently at it. It was bumpy in the beginning, but you overcame. You've had bumps along the way, but you overcome. And you will continue to overcome. And you will continue to step forward. And I will be right here upon your back, assisting you all along the way, supporting you, encouraging you, strengthening you. It's all in your head. Sometimes we can fixate on a thought or a feeling, and then we create more of it and more of it and more of it and more of it, rather than simply just shifting our attention off of these entrenched thoughts and belief systems in which are no longer needed. I will also help you do this. Thank you. I'm getting sending you kisses. Very strong.
I'm getting Jesus is here, just just watching, and
Love
just
it.
those that are watching this and that will watch this, their higher beings are all congregated, if you want to call it congregated.
Yep. Ah. Are you frozen? Can you see me?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, so all the higher selves are congregated?
It feels like that everyone's higher self is here, is listening in on the call.
Yeah. Oh, everybody knows everything. And even
Yeah.
if you can't quite get the information coming through from your higher self, oh, your higher self hears everything. So feel free to ask away. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we'll come right down, and I think what we'll do is let's see if there's any last guidance that would like to come through for everybody. I'll leave it in your hands there first.
Okay, you're right. There's a little bit of delay, but let's see.
That's okay.
Quiet your mind. We want to connect with you. We want you to live a much more abundant life than some of you have been doing. You came here for joy and really to expand, and we are here and ready to assist you. It'll be really easy when you do connect with your higher self. I had this vision that you'll continue to expand and grow, but this is just another way that you connect to a broader knowledge, a broader perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing great. You're doing wonderful. We so love and appreciate you. You have not made any wrong choices. Everything has been orchestrated until this time. This is just connecting with your higher self is sort of like an upgrade. I have this picture of like a stick figure pushing a boulder up a hill. You don't have to do that anymore. So much love.
Oh, I love that. So love that.
So much love.
So the last words that I'm getting from my higher self is, knowing my higher self is going to be a doozy. Okay. Please do not see yourselves as small or insignificant. And please do not get centrally focused or fixated on things that no longer serve you. Low vibrational thought patterns, foods that are not good for your vessel, individuals, low vibrational words spoken to you, or low vibrational connections that are no longer serving you and your highest good. We will, as in everyone's higher self, will step forward and assist you and help make many changes within you and help you shine the light brightly from within your vessel for all to see. My higher self says that I am a good example of this. Come on now. And there are many more to follow. Or as another way of looking at this, my higher self says there are many more to lead the way forward. Thank you, dear ones. It has been an honor, a true honor, to be able to converse with each of you through this dear one. She is dearly special to me. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, everyone, and thank you so much, Gloria, for joining me and discussing this
Thank you,
really
Kristin.
special topic. Love you guys. Sending you all my love and kisses. Bye.